is that we really get a lot more time, like one-on-one time with our professors, I would say. We get a chance to know them, and I think that just gives us like the advantage of making it easier to be able to do research.
The project is also helpful in the many kind of other real-life applications. That's the great opportunity that Southeastern provide to us.
If you go into the basic science, nothing is predictable. Sometimes ideas from undergrad students, those opinions help me a lot.
Greg Martin not taking any chances as he still has his ace in there, Kirk Bullinger. Even though he's up 8-0 and has given up just 4 hits. And we have a pinch hitter for Dwayne Daughtry. That's Eric Evans. He'll lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. He takes a good swing and fouls it off. Don't look now, but there's something eating your house, lawn, furniture, pets, you name it. It's time to call Island Termite. Island Termite specializes in complete pest control services, from a simple spraying for roaches to a major fumigation. When it comes to pest control, Island Termite wrote the book. Island Termite, phone 845-9565. Count is 1-1. You know, here's a guy, Ronnie, that's like a fringe guy. So I'm talking Bullinger as far as professional scouts are concerned, because, you know, he doesn't throw all that hard, but he's got pretty good movement on the ball. He's got a good breaking ball, throws strikes. Evans, ground ball up the middle for a base hit. That's hit number 5 off of Bullinger. But I think Bullinger has raised his stock because people in the stands here, and there are many scouts, can see that this kid can flat pitch.
He's much like a right-handed Rick Navarro from
yeah, or a right-handed Billy Blanchette, huh?
Right. Now let me ask you a question. A lot of substitutions. Tomorrow, you come to the park. You start the same players, or you switch around?
Oh yeah, you start on the same. Ryan Fujitani was the pinch hitter, and he grounds out to third base. Evans moves in the scoring position. And here's Billy Blanchette. Billy 1 for 3. Yeah, you got to start the same guys, Ronnie. I mean, it's a loser go home situation if they lose today. So I think you got to go with the people that brought you here.
I agree with that. I think the outfield, they may want to rethink the outfield because of the vastness of the outfield, and having to play defense. They may want to rethink that, but I agree with you on the infield.
But also, I think you're right. And I think a lot has to do with performance, and not only performance, but how they look while they perform. And Blanchette takes another curveball. It's 2-0. You have to be impressed with the first 2 teams that played today, Fresno State and Pepperdine. I mean, very, very evenly matched teams.
Top quality baseball.
And of course, the fans in Honolulu are going to see a lot of Fresno State as Blanchette takes a strike. Looked a little bit outside. Even Billy thought so. Coach Bob Bennett puts together a solid club every year, and they'll be in the West Division of the Western Athletic Conference next year, so we'll be getting to see the Bulldogs. Curveball, inside low, 3-1. Chris Duggar is swinging the weighted bat in the on-deck circle. So Billy looking for something he can drive here. Just outside. Walk number 1. You know, that's an incredible statistic. That an 8 1/3, a 7 1/3 innings. He only walks one guy. And here's Chris Duggar. We haven't seen Duggar in a long time when he hurt his hand on the road when they went to the state of Utah.
He looked good in the cage yesterday. I watched him yesterday in the cage, and he's hitting a lot of balls to the right side, to right center.
You know, I made a statement a while ago that, you know, you got to dance with the one that brung you, as Duggar grounds to the third baseman, who throws him out at first base. The third baseman now bobbled the ball. He was going to go the short way. Elliott to Caston on to Finley, 5-4-3, but he bobbles the ball, and the only play he had was to first base. It's a pretty good hand-eye coordination right there as Elliott throws Duggar out. So the Bows have runners at second and third. Evans is at third and Blanchette at second. And here's Kevin Curtis. That's ball 2. Now, with the new NCAA rules running, you're only allowed to have 4 people on the summer baseball team, and summer baseball is just around the corner with the Hawaii Island Movers baseball featuring several of your favorite Rainbow players. And there's a check swing foul ball. The home season opens July 11th. So please call 848-5203 for ticket information. Now, July 11th, the game against the Oahu Summer League All-Stars, July 11th and 12th, that's Saturday and Sunday. And there's a 2-hopper fielded by the shortstop Hughes, who makes the throw in time. So the Bows do threaten in the bottom of the 8th inning, but don't score any runs. No runs on 1 base hit. They leave 2, and they're still way behind, 8-0.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Ryan Fujitani is taking over the left field duties. Eric Evans is now in center field. We also have a new pitcher in the game, Moku Paiva, a right-hander from Damien High School. Paiva will face the second, third, and fourth hitters in the Southeastern Louisiana lineup: Ray Ferran, Greg Elliott, and Chris Finley. Those are the scheduled hitters anyway. 8 runs, 14 hits for Southeastern Louisiana. No runs on 5 hits for Hawaii. A pop-up down the first base side by the Southeastern dugout, and Tyler Sheff slides but can't make the catch. So there's 1 strike on Ferran. The Bows have 3 outs to score 8 to tie and 9 to win.
Not impossible.
Not impossible, but very, very improbable, especially when the guy's pitching like he is.
Now what they need to do is establish some sort of momentum if possible. So going into tomorrow's game, the mood and the feeling, you know, is better. I think, you know, history is history. You can't change what happened. What they've got to do is try and just move ahead. Orel Hershiser is the prime thinker, the psychic when it comes to history and looking ahead. First hit he gives up, he says, well, there goes a no-hitter.
Yeah.
You know? And the first run he scores goes, well, there goes the shutout. So he's always looking ahead,
Yeah.
never dwelling on what happened in the past. And I think for a lot of, you know, ball players, that's their vitamins. That's how they can continue.
And Ferran protects the plate by fouling that one off. You know, there's so many people, I think, who count on your success by whether you win or not. You know, there are always those around town. Yeah, Coach Murakami has won a heck of a lot of games, and now they're in the regional tournament. And does this mean they're not successful if they don't come out of the regional and go to Omaha? And I have a resounding no to that. Of course they are successful. They've had a great season. This has been an outstanding group of young men that have been assembled. And even Coach Murakami, in addressing the banquet the other night, the on end of the year banquet on Sunday, he said this is a very enjoyable team to be around.
And historically, they've always had trouble in the first game in regionals. That graphic that we talked about earlier, they've lost the first game this, you know, 3 years or 3 times running. And, you know, should they not win this game, it'd be the 4th year in a row. And it's maybe just something they have to get off of their back.
So Paiva gets Ferrand on a swinging strikeout. That's the 5th strikeout overall by Rainbow pitching. And that will bring up Greg Elliott, the third baseman. He is 2 for 4 with 2 singles, with an RBI and a run. See, Moku Paiva, as we've seen him for the last couple of years, can be very tough once through the lineup because of the way he pitches. Not necessarily his arm action, although he does come from the side a little bit, but how quickly he gets rid of the ball. So after you have a chance to see him for 8 batters, then that time that you get up again, you become a little bit tougher. And there's a ball just outside. So the count is 1-2. There's a high fly ball to center field. Eric Evans goes back, squares, makes the catch for out number 2. And the batter is Chris Finley. Finley had himself quite an afternoon. 3 for 4 so far with 4 RBI, and he scored 3 runs. Of course, the big blow was his 3-run home run in the 7th inning, and he blooped one to Kelly Fair, who can't catch the ball. That's the way that things have gone for Hawaii. Just seemed to be that step away from being successful today.
Yeah, he just kind of loped towards this thing, thinking, you know, I've got this thing all the way, and it just comes off the tip of his glove and trickles into center field.
And you can rack up an E6 on that. Well, they've put a 2 under error, so I'm assuming that's an error because so far there's only been 1 committed by Hawaii. I think they should check on that, and they do. And the third base umpire, Perez, says no, so it's 1-0. Ground ball hit to Corey Ishigo, who bobbles it, yet he still throws triple out at first base. So the Bows are down to 3 outs as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. They have a long way to go behind 8-0.
6, 7, 8. Come on, finish it, bro.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are the #1 killer of children 1 through 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Head to this stadium right after this game. However, will be allowed to come back in by purchasing a ticket.
We move to the bottom of the 9th inning. Tyler Sheff will lead off for Hawaii. And he promptly fouls the first delivery by Kirk Bullinger. Foul, 0-1. So 8 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors so far for the Southeastern Louisiana Lions. No runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Bows. Line drive to right center field. That falls in for a base hit. So Tyler Sheff gets the 6th hit off of Bullinger. And that'll bring up Kelly Fair. Fair was hit by a pitch his last at bat. So at least now the Bows have started the ball rolling here. And Fair takes a strike on the inside corner. Got a long hill to climb here, down by 8 runs. And credit should definitely be given to that young man, Kurt Bullinger. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, looked to be out of the strike zone. It's 0-2 now. Ground ball from Hughes to Castanon. In time for the double play. Fine turn double play.
And this thing, pal, is just, you know, tailor-made 6-4-3. It's chunked up the middle. Kylie Hughes picks it up and will flip over to Johnny Castanon, who will relay to first baseman Chris Finley.
So far now, Ronnie, that's 94 pitches. What an outstanding job. You can't say enough. And Rob Williams takes a strike. The southeastern Louisiana fans are on their feet, cheering their team on. 2 big outs, bottom of the 9th. And Bullinger out in front, 0-2. Good discipline by Williams to hold up on that pitch. 1-2. All afternoon, Ronnie, Bullinger has mixed his pitches. He's hit his spots. He's come inside, he's come outside. He's used movement on all of his pitches. And he used that breaking ball. Line drive, left field, base hit. So the batter will be Chad Uehara. He'll bat for Corey Ishigo. And should the inning continue, we'll move to the top of the order, Eric Evans. So Uehara now looking for a second hit of the season. And he takes a strike. And a breaking ball is up. 1-1.
And when you look at Bullinger, he doesn't look tired. He's still, you know, resilient. Maybe when you're running 8-0, I guess you can be somewhat resilient. But he's got a lot of poise out there. Still putting pitches where he wants to put pitches. I can see where he pitched twice in 3 days.
Well, if you can throw 100 pitches or about 100 pitches in a 9-inning game, you're doing a good job. And Uehara fouls that one off, and it's 2-2. I mean, when you throw 11 pitches or thereabouts an inning as an average, you're doing an outstanding job. So the first baseman, Finley, now playing behind Williams at first base. Ground ball hit to the shortstop Hughes, who goes a short way to record the out, and the ball game is over. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Bulls get 2 base hits, but they score no runs, and they'll be playing through the losers bracket beginning tomorrow. We'll be right back.
One of the programs that I really like to see is North Shore Focus.
North Shore Focus is a public affairs program.
The program does a great job hitting the issues and getting some detailed information.
Quality of life issues, growth issues that both St. Tammany and Tangipahoa have experienced.
I really like the Florida Parish Chronicles.
I'm learning new things about the history of the North Shore.
It's good to learn about our ancestry and like Camp Moore and all the local history about how they talked about how this was bloody Tangipahoa.
Watching how Tangipahoa Parish and the region has evolved from a very rural setting to its present day form.
Backyard Wonders is a great one. It's very educational. It brings in so many different aspects of Louisiana and the culture.
It provides that extra avenue of information about our natural environment.
Whether it's news or entertainment or whatever it might be, the underlying focus is the community, the North Shore.
For Southeastern Louisiana, 8 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors. They left 6. For Hawaii, no runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, and they left 10. So Ronnie, tomorrow, big game for Hawaii. They got to come through the losers bracket if they're successful. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Join us tomorrow morning at 8 live from Frank Sanset Field on the campus of the University of the University of Arizona for day 2 of the West Regional as the Rainbows meet the loser of the Arizona-Washington contest in a do-or-die game for both teams. Until then, on behalf of my broadcast partner, Ronnie Reynolds, and the rest of the KHNL 13 crew here in Tucson, goodbye. This has been another live sports presentation of Hawaii's very own KHNL Channel 13.